We have a male in his late 20s with head trauma and severe loss of blood. Prep the ER. We'll be there in 20 minutes.
Damn it! He doesn't have 20 minutes. Do it in 10. Don't you know any shortcuts?
You want shortcuts? Well, I'll show you some shortcuts. Hold on to your seat. And onto his oxygen mask.
Where did you learn those moves? Do you race?
Well, yes, every day. This is my rig right here.
You were incredible. If my intuition isn't failing me, you have real potential. We've got a very important race today, one that we can't afford to lose. Do you think you could do a little overtime on the racetrack?
Well, that's how I met Stefan. You must think I'm crazy, reckless, or just plain dumb for accepting his offer. But I'm glad I did. It was a fast track to a new career. Quite literally, in fact. But that was the last race I'd see for a while. You see, Stefan had big plans for me in mind, and they started with some training in the basics. Once Stefan had an idea of where I stood, the real training could begin. And it wasn't easy. It was like being in racing boot camp with a drill instructor breathing down your neck. It was clear that he had high hopes for me, but it wasn't clear whether I could live up to his expectations.
Well, you're a new face. Whose girlfriend are you?
I'm Rena. I'm here for the race.
Oh? Why haven't I heard of you? What team are you on?
Well, I'm not exactly sure.
I see. Well, welcome to the big leagues, Rena. I hope they don't eat you alive. At least not too quickly.
Not exactly a warm welcome, but she had a point. What team was I on? I soon found out why I got off on the wrong foot with Gina. You see, she knew more about how GVI operated than I did, and she wasn't too happy about the reach of their influence. To her, they were ruining the sport, and I was their new mascot.
That girl is good. Very good. But how will she do against the others?
Every 2 years, GVI pits its own teams against each other in a top-secret competition. The results determine the ranks of the teams. You place well, and we'll get more work. I want you to drive this. Yes, it's a Fiat, but hardly an ordinary one.
Look at the time! We need our damn racer! Where the heck is he?
Well, he is a she, and I'm right here. The name's Rena. You must be Eddie.
Are you kidding? This is our racer? No, no, and no! We paid a fortune for this!
Listen, Eddie, I don't know how much you paid. Stefan just told me to win the race. Now can we get to business?
Huh? Stefan?
And this is another favorite, Rena, from Stefan's cell. She's a beauty, ain't she?
Oh, I heard she's excellent.
The girl from Japan, right?
She hasn't even been in a dozen races, fellas.
Here she is, after the Suzuka.
Yeah, I was there.
How do her stats stack
She's
up?
a little girl, guys.
Well, I'm betting on her.
Yeah, I think she can do it. Double my money.
Not everything about GVI was turning out to be fun and games. The first bad sign was, of course, the association with high-stakes gambling. But then came the real shock.
You know, Rena, there was a time when I had my own team and didn't take orders from anyone. It seems like ages ago now. but occasionally I get the chance to relive those memories. Next weekend, I'm putting on a completely independent race, and I was hoping that you'd be able to participate. It'll be a nice change of pace from the pressure of the team, and I think you'll enjoy it.
How do you feel about today's race?
I feel sorry for the other racers.
Now, you're obviously on a hot streak. How do you explain your recent victories?
We have a great team. Everyone works together and they support me like a family.
Rena, you work with Stefan, don't you?
Yeah, Eddie, what of it?
Yes! I knew he was still in the business!
Yeah, he's alive and well. Why do you ask?
Do you even know who he is? Stefan Garnier was a living legend until he was blamed for a controversial accident involving one of his racers. He retired, and everyone thought he was gone for good. But I heard rumors that he was involved in a racing organization that works behind the scenes. He inspired me to get into this business, but I haven't been able to track him down until now. Rena, please tell me you'll introduce him to me?
But we really don't need a hired gun. Our team is well prepared for this race. Fine. But don't blame me when she crashes and burns.
Hello, Gina. So I'm just a hired gun,
I can't believe this! You're not ready to drive a standard car. You've been spoiled by that blasted Rich Boys Club.
So you don't think I'm a legit racer? It's all GVI and I'm just a pawn?
Well, okay, Rena. Then let's just see how you can handle a real car.
Hey, Rena! I got your invitation to the classic car race, and I'd be absolutely thrilled to go! I'm especially thankful for the chance to talk with Stefan. I have some big plans for a racing team, and I want to see what he thinks about them.
Rena, I never thought I'd be doing this, but I'm leaving GVI to go independent again. Eddie's young, but he's got what it takes. If you join us, we may just be able to do it. The problem is, GVI isn't going to let us just walk away.
So, they want to leave the family. Well, I'm always willing to give upstarts a chance, so let them race for their freedom. But if they lose, they'll find out what we do with traitors.
Nice move on that last corner, Rena. You almost had me. But it'll take more finesse to beat me.
Don't worry, I'll get you next time, Gina.
So how does it feel to have your own team? Things must be different without GVI backing you up.
Well, we have to work a lot harder now, and I can't seem to place as well as before.
Hey, you've got plenty of time. You haven't been in the business long, and you're doing really well.
Yeah, with those two supporting me, I'll be taking first in no time.
First? Don't you mean second?
We'll see about that, Gina. I'll show you and GVI what an ambulance driver can do with a little hard work.